Where is he? There he is. Today I'm going to attempt to cook a full English breakfast on a military style mess tin. And when I say a full English breakfast, I'm going for 2 pieces of bacon, 2 eggs, 2 sausages, some baked beans, all in the same mess tin. I'm going a bit minimalist today with my new titanium mess tin. And I've also got, I'm keeping up an army-ish theme, I've got a little BCB cooker in here that I converted to gas a long time ago. So I brought him out to have a play as well. That's my butter in case I need it. Cooking wise, what I've got is a little fold down spork, a spatula, a spare handle, and the reason for that is what I want to do is cook my eggs on top of the lid before I put them into my main mill, and a lighter. I've come around here so you can see better. What I did was converted this little BCB cooker by just cutting a notch out the front there. Oh, and I pressed the flaps down inside. And I got my hands on a little gas burner which fits like so, and the whole thing just pops in together. Tighten him up a bit. The tube going off to the gas, he fits. Oh gosh, it's been so long since I've done this, I think I've forgotten how to do it. No, I haven't. There we go. I've got a little door as well. He goes on the back for a bit of wind protection. And it all goes together in that little compact unit. There's a little piece of aluminium on there, and that's to make the heat reflect up rather than reflect down. The mess tin kit and also this handy little container was sent to me by Silver Ant Outdoors to show you. Let's turn that right down. I tried putting the gas on a really low setting, because if we have too much gas it's going to burn. Well, the nice thing about this little setup is as well, you'll fit a great big pan like this, and I could still move him around if I need to. Have to be a bit gentle with it. Gosh, see if we can turn him down a little bit more. It gets to a point, this little burner, he's not very refined. He starts spitting at me. He's like, I don't want to go this low. That's better. As long as you're fairly gentle heat-wise with titanium, it shouldn't burn too much. Just got to be gentle with it. I would have liked to have got that a bit lower really, but he's not interested. I think on a Trangia with a really low heat, these have worked brilliantly. Just to show you where I am. This isn't a lake as such. This is a tidal overflow. Out there in the background, I'm not sure how well you can see it, is the sea. And that comes up a little estuary to our right. I'm pointing this, but you probably can't see it. It's over the other side of that fence. And what happens is when you get overflow, that overflow comes into here. Oh! Let's attend to me bacon. That's the thing about cooking, you leave it too long and it gets a bit unhappy. Oh, it's looking beautiful. As you can see, I'm doing minimal today. I've got a spatula for me bit of cooking. Let's get the sausages at that end, cook them a bit more. The spatula, if you're interested, it's just a spatula I bought, like a full-size wooden one, and I cut it all down and it fits into a little set I've got for cooking. I won't bore you with that, like what I've got in there, but this works out really well. I'm struggling to get the heat down on this. It gets to a point there's just not quite enough gas. So it's finding that balance. So the alternative is get him on there for a little bit. When he gets a bit too hot, take him off or stick him up a bit higher. The eggs said they was ecstatic and looking forward to a cracking time. Let's warm this back up. It's amazing how quickly everything cools down. You just put it to one side and you've only got the one gas burner. Let's try and get these eggs out. This is working well. Don't break the yolk, don't break the yolk. Oh, I didn't break the yolk. So there you go. If you can control your heat on something that hasn't got any non-stick qualities and you lube it up, you get a good result. This is requiring some sauce. I don't have any red or brown, but I've got barbecue. This has worked out beautifully well. If you're interested, I think this is the 1.2 litre mess tin. Obviously it's got the lid that I turned into a frying pan, and that's a really good size for a big meal for one, or maybe a standard meal for two. It's missing something, and that something is a cup of tea. There's certain skills I think people ought to learn, and one of them is to make a full English breakfast and a cup of tea. Right, let's look at cleanup. Got one piece of kitchen roll, put it in half. There's me pan. got a little bit of browning in there, but it's by all means not burnt. Little scrub off and you come up absolutely fine. I think the thing is to keep your heat low. As with any pot or pan, if you have too much heat in it, what it does, it just burns like buggery. So get home, bit of soap and water, or if you're out and about and you've got a wet wipe, which I don't, wet wipes clean things beautifully. A little bit of soap and water and he'd be good to go. I made the tea because I specifically wanted to know what he's like to drink out of. And that's a really, really well thought out rounded edge. If it was square, I'd end up pouring it all over my face and it'll go down everywhere. But I'm really impressed with that. I never really thought of using mess tins, because I had aluminium ones before. I think I got them from Argos years and years and years ago. That's where I started off most of my camping gear, was Argos. Back in the days when they was good. And I used to take out their stuff. And I had a couple of aluminium boys, the square ones. And they was okay, you know. They did what they needed to do. I'm really happy with these titanium ones. I've got the lid. It's over there. I can't reach to it because I'll just be crawling everywhere. Excuse me. I'm really happy that these have evolved, and the silver ant ones, I think it's some other makes as well, they give you a little lid to go with it, which is good because as you've seen what I've done, you can use it as a frying pan. But I wouldn't cook with the lid on because the pressure's going to build up and I would imagine it'll just pop off and it won't be a good day out. Before I came out today, I looked up the history of mess tins in the British Army. And the original mess tins were created in 1937 for the British Army. And they was made of stainless steel. And they was the big square type. It was more square and it had more pointy corners. And then that was replaced at some point during World War II with aluminium ones, because they didn't want to use steel for the mess tins, because the steel they wanted to use for tanks. So the aluminium, that then became the favourite in the post-war years to make mess tins out of. Having said that, things have evolved, and there's a few companies now putting these out, like Silver Ant, and they're putting these out in titanium. Must say I've been really impressed with these, really deep with the lids on, nice handles. What more can you ask for? I've been trying to catch a couple of dragonflies. They've been flying all over this pond or overflow or whatever it is, and they're joined together in some acrobatic way and doing X-rated things. And I was trying to get a little bit of video for you, but I just can't keep up with them. If you are interested in any of the silver ant stuff that I show you, there's going to be a link in the description. They send me nice things so I can show you, and if you buy something through the link, I'll make a penny or two. So it's a win-win for everybody. There's also a discount code on there as well. I did have to chuckle. I think there's fish in here. Every now and again, there's something kind of tries to jump up out the water. Oh, dragonflies. Oh, I don't know if you'll see them on that little camera. It's proper mating season. There's something wrong about me being sat here and watching animals mate, isn't there? Where was I? Yeah, out there in the distance, about 3/4 of the way across, there's like something that jumps out of the water every now and again, and I think there may be some sort of fish in there. waiting for when the tide comes in and he can go back and join the sea rather than be in this tidal pool. The thing that made me chuckle was there was a chap walked along here with his fishing rods earlier, and he's going out to meet the tide. He could have just put his rod in here and he'd probably have a better chance. I think I caught the dragonflies on my phone. I'll put them up on the screen for you. It's nice little wildlife habitats like this, and nature can just pretty much be left alone to do its thing, and it thrives. I'm thinking of trying a bit of sea fishing. I think I'll do a bit of beach casting from the shore, but I don't know what kit to buy. So I've been looking at Amazon. They do some cheap kits there, like a rod and reel combo, and I didn't know if that was a good thing to start with. I have no idea in that department. I do a bit of light rock fishing now and again. I'd like to do a bit more of that, and I've got some nice kit for it, but sea fishing I don't. So if you've got any ideas, best cheap kit to get as a kind of starter, let me know. And you never know, I might start that over the winter months. I was just packing up and realised another good use for having a 2-pan set is that when they're dirty they can just all go in together. Ta-da! And it keeps it all nice and tidy. There's no muck to get anywhere. It's been really enjoyable coming out today, spending a bit of time in the beautiful wild, so to speak. I'll give you a little view. It's been so peaceful and enjoyable. Hope you'll join me again in future adventures. I'll see you next time. I'll leave you with the view.